Welcome back to another episode of the Singerreise video podcast. My name is Jonathan Sylvia and I'm your host. Thanks for joining us. This is another video in a series called 7 Tips for Singer Taxes. In the first video we discussed the basic differences between being an employee and being self-employed. For this video we get our first tip. Tip number 1. Keep a log of all your income. Self-employment singer income basically falls into 2 different categories. There's the 1099 income and the non-1099 income. Since we have to pay taxes on both of them have to be tracked. In January every year, you'll receive a 1099 for every company that you worked for where you earned $600 or more in a single year. 1099s are kind of like W-2s. They summarize all of the income that you earned that year, except in this case, they don't show that you paid any taxes from that income, because you didn't. You might get $50 in 1 month and then a few months later get another $2,000 from the company. But so long as the total in that 1 year is over $600, the law requires that they send you a 1099. And you'll get a 1099 for each company that you've worked for. Often I'll wind up piling up a dozen 1099s for just 1 year of taxes. But you don't always earn more than $600 from one company. Sometimes it's a smaller amount, like $50 or $250. But even though the company doesn't report this money to the government, you do still have to pay taxes on all of it. So you do need to have a log of some sort. I use a couple of different spreadsheets for this. Here are the columns that I use. Event, like La Traviata. Location, Seattle, Washington, or Trinity Parish Church, for example. The client, Seattle Opera, or perhaps Bird Ensemble. The check date, the date that's actually on the check. The amount, obvious. And the payment method, usually a check or sometimes cash. I fill in this spreadsheet as I'm depositing all of my checks, usually with my bank's smartphone app. Every check that gets deposited gets a new line in my spreadsheet. I actually have 2 of these spreadsheets going at the same time, side by side. The one on the left is for the smaller amounts, and I call this non-1099. I group all of those entries by client. On the right side, I call that 1099, and that's obviously for all of the companies where I know that I will be earning more than $600 in a single year. And again, I clump all of those by client as well. Sometimes when I do enough small work for one client that the amount totals to more than $600, I'll take them from the left side and put them over on the right side, knowing that I will get a 1099 from them eventually. If I was paid in cash for a gig, I plug that into the spreadsheet as I'm depositing all of the other checks. There's usually a sticky note involved so I can remember where that cash came from. Now, cash does count as income and it does have to be reported. So that's why I have that last column there for payment method. Then when it comes to tax time, I can total up that amount column on the left-hand spreadsheet so that I know how much I earned as miscellaneous income. I can take that and add it to my 1099s that I receive in the mail, and that way I know my top line gross income for gigging. Another spreadsheet that I keep updated is for private lessons. So every lesson that I teach, I also log onto a spreadsheet, along with the date, the name, and the amount I earned from it. Now, you never get 1099s for teaching lessons, unless you're doing it through some organization. Even still, you have to report all of that income, even when you're paid in cash. Depositing all of those checks, however, brings us to our next tip. But that I'll cover in the next video. If you want to find out more about the life of a working opera singer, check out our website, singerreise.com. There you'll find some articles and resources about being a singer. You can also follow along at facebook.com/Singerreise or twitter.com/Singerreise. There you can keep up to date with all of the latest that's happening with Singerreise and comment, like, retweet, and do all of those fun things. You're also watching the Singerreise YouTube channel, the official podcast series. You can also follow this series on taxes by just going to the taxes playlist. Finally, there's patreon.com/Singerreise, which of course is the most important of all of them. There, for $1 or few every month, you can help create more Singerreise videos by becoming a patron. When you become a patron, you get access to patron-exclusive rewards. So I highly recommend that if you've gotten anything out of these videos, that you go and pay it forward a little bit. Well, thanks for watching, and make sure to come back for tip number 2.